I've been asking people this all off season. So we know the run scheme was bad. We know that Deuce Vaughn couldn't get it going in the games. He didn't get his opportunities. It never was really a thing. When he did get his opportunities, it didn't work out. Was the run scheme bad, or was it just Deuce Vaughn bad? Okay. Further context, right? If the run scheme is cool, can we just add a better running back and we'll be running the football? What I'm saying, if the run scheme is bad, will drafting a running back even fix your issues? And you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I want to put on the table right now, right? I want to weigh, and look, man, I'm not even going to say Royce Freeman name for real, because I just, he's, I don't want to say his name. He may not even be around, Rico will probably, it'll be some combination of Lipke being fullback, Nick, whatever guy. Deuce will be fighting for his life. Rico gathers is probably safe. Everybody else that comes in after that, I don't know. We'll see. But tell me about the run game. Tell me about Deuce Vaughn. Is he going to be a part of your plans? Is the scheme even good enough? Should we even consider running back in that way? I know what Will still think about this run scheme.
I was just watching Deuce. I pulled up some Deuce film. I just like, get out of here, man.
A little bit.
It's not Deuce. I'm talking about the blocking. It's awful.
You're right. And if you're gonna run that C gap scheme, you've seen teams that do it. Like the 49ers, they don't run inside the A gap that way. What's the other team, Sky? Miami?
So what
kind of scheme would we run? Jeff Blasco and Mike Solari. Those are the two.
Law, I shit you not. We show up on game day. We try a little bit of this,
a little bit of that.
We try a little bit of that. Don't none of this shit work. I promise. Now we doing a
little bit of this, a little bit of that.
So my only hope is this dude by the name of Steve Simcoe. They went and picked this guy up, and hopefully, I just hope that he can get something going and get some of this new age stuff in here. I like the way Rico run. We all like the way Rico run, just not as an independent runner by himself. Right. He is a split back. So whoever we go in this draft, they got to get busy. If we draft an offensive line early, you got to marry that offensive lineman with a running back out of this draft. You can't just go and say, okay, let's abandon this running back room and we will roll with Rico. We will roll with Royce Freeman. We will roll with Tiny Deuce Vaughn. We will roll with whoever, Snoop Connor. Shout out to Snoop Connor. I like my Mississippi boys. But that's just it. That's all we have right now. So I don't know the scheme. I don't see that we're going to be a C-gap running scheme. But, hey, if we get that center y'all like, maybe we can introduce running back through A-gap and B-gaps again.
Come on, Law, talk to him, man. Fix the offense.
Hey, maybe they can do that. I'm talking big boys, huh?
Go ahead, Koye. You right. Go ahead, Koye.
I think it's a combination, though, right? You got a point with the scheme not being the greatest, right? But at the same time, there was things that were happening, like Tony Pollard coming off of injury that played into it. Him being on a contract year, so them not signing him so that he has to be the bell cow to try to prove himself on a contract or a franchise tag. So he's getting carries that Rico probably should get because we want to see what we want to do with him, number one. And then the other end of it that nobody's really talking about, is the fact that our best run blocking offensive lineman, in my opinion, has been Terrence Steele. But last year, he wasn't himself.
No.
Terrence Steele, if there's one thing he did well, was clear shit out on that right side. And Zach Martin wasn't himself either. So your whole right side was hampered. And when you did get your resurgence from Tyron and you got Tyler who came on, but your whole right side, which was your strength the year before as far as run game, was hampered. So I think that was the mainstay. I think if both those guys were healthy last year, we would have had a running game no matter who you put back there, because Terrence Steele is an animal when he's healthy. He clears shit out. I remember Zeke's last year when Zeke was, before he hurt his knee again, right? When we played the Eagles, he took Fletcher Cox and he took him like 15 yards across the field. See what I'm saying? When you're getting that, it don't matter what your run scheme is when you get that out of your right tackle. So we're not getting that right now. And I think that plays into the fact that, you're doing the best you can with what you got at this point. You know what I mean? And our scheme was weak because our players were hampered, I think.
I got to push back on that, man.
Go ahead.
The scheme was weak because the players were hampered?
Well, when you look at Terrence, if you say Terrence Steele is your best run blocking player,
what do scheme got to do with players?
I'm just saying you can line up a player who is talented and he's gonna clear shit out. Then that works. When he can't do that anymore, then he make some players make coaches look better. Is what I'm saying.
Absolutely,
he can't do that if he's not himself. That's what I mean. But if you're coming in thinking you're gonna get a Terrence Steele and you're not, but you have to put him on the field anyway, and he's not himself.